Good evening, everyone. I don't know if anyone's there. I am just waiting for Paige to pop in if you are there. I can't see any comments or anything at the moment, so you'll have to bear with us. The joys of technology. But thank you for joining us, those that are here. We'll just give it a few minutes and wait for the others, some others to join. Let me see. Bear with me.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so comments wise, I think we'll be able to see what comes up on YouTube, but we're going to have to manually keep an eye on TikTok and Instagram.
Okay.
So if anybody wants to ask any questions, head over to our YouTube, which is ICCGB on YouTube. We're live on there and you'll be able to ask us questions directly. It will come up and we can answer them much more easily.
Just makes it a bit more fluid, doesn't it? If it's all coming into one place.
It does.
Like, it's great that everyone can watch lives and stuff on all kinds of different platforms, but if loads of people are asking loads of questions, we don't want to miss any, do we? So if they all come through the same place, then
yeah. Okie dokie. Right. I'm going to let you greet everybody then while I see if I can figure out how to do the rest of these comments.
Yeah. I was literally just saying, like, all the joys of technology. It is the way that it is. Well, hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us on our live today. I wanted to start off by letting you all know about some big things, some exciting things that are coming up for us as a charity. Now, you may or may not have seen previously that we've posted about having a charity gala. Now, this is going to be an annual event. It's a ticketed event, so you can buy tickets to attend. You can buy them individually or you can buy them as a group, so a table. For example, if you are a business owner and you would like to book a corporate table, you can book a table of 10. And on average, you save about a tenner each by doing that. Or you can book individual tickets, as I say, you know, aunts, uncles, friends, family, anybody that supports the breed and wants to support us can come along. And we would really, really love you to be there. Now, the gala is going to take place at the end of October. Now, I really should know the date off the top of my head because I've been planning it. I've been planning it for weeks and I can't remember the date. I think it's the 25th, but let me just double check. Where are we? October, Saturday the 25th. That's going to be held in Derby. We've chosen that location for a number of reasons, but Derby is smack bang in the centre of the UK, pretty much. It's great in terms of transport, whether you're driving, whether you're getting trains or anything like that. And it just sort of, it breaks it up because there's been a lot of people that are from right at the top of the UK and people right down at the bottom that can't travel all the way to the top and vice versa. So if we sort of meet in the middle, it kind of makes it fair for everybody. The gala is a yearly event, as I say, and it will consist of a big swanky posh sit down meal, and there'll be lots of opportunities to mingle with professionals and learn a little bit about the breed and just celebrate the charity, celebrate the breed and have a really, really good night. It's a fundraising event for the charity, so anything that anyone may want to donate to auction off or raffle off on the evening, we would appreciate it, and you're most welcome to do that. Just pop us a message and we can talk a little bit more about that. But the exciting thing about it, and I've been absolutely bursting to tell you all, is that this event has come as a form of a partnership agreement, and I'm so excited. So it's being held at Reach Conference Centre at Pride Park in Derby. Now, Reach Events are an absolutely fantastic organisation. They too are non-profit, so everything that they do, any profits that they do make goes back into other organisations, charities, groups that they support. They've got their own sort of food bank there that they donate to, and there's lots and lots of things that they do, and they are just amazing. they have formed a 3-year partnership with us so that we can have the gala there every year, and they will support us as a sponsorship for those 3 years. And we're so excited because it's such an amazing venue, and the connections that we have because of this will just elevate the charity to that next level. And it really does give us a platform to be able to network with people and to grow and really get raise awareness of the breed, and just get the Corso in a positive light in front of so many people. And it's also a way for us to celebrate, and we get a big posh dinner, and we can have a dance. So literally it's going to be the best night ever. So we would love for you to come. Keep an eye out, because tickets will go on sale next week. Once they're gone, they're gone. Once it's a sold out event, then that's it. There won't be reserved. So it will literally be first come, first serve basis. As I said, spread the words to your friends. Let your work colleagues know if you fancy a bit of a work night out. Brilliant. Book a table. The more the merrier. Which brings me on to the next thing that I wanted to discuss in terms of partnership, and that is that we are working with a clothing supplier to be able to deliver fresh ideas, fresh designs on hoodies, t-shirts, fleeces, beanie hats, canvas bags, like the little tote shopping bags that you can take, all with our branding on, which will be available for you guys to buy through us. And we can't wait. It's so exciting. There's like so many different things that we've had coming through. It's just an unbelievable partnership. And that is with a company called Blue Dog Clothing. They're in Wolverhampton, and they are amazing. So big shout out to them, because I'm so grateful that they've said, yeah, cool, we'll be your supplier. And then in addition to that, we are working alongside Embark. Now, that's a partnership that is in the process at the moment. And I think Paige is probably best placed to talk to you a little bit about Embark, who they are and what they do. But from a charity's perspective, to be able to have a partnership, not only with a corporate organisation such as Reach Events, to also have a clothing supplier for our own branded items, and to then be forming a partnership with Embark, it's just such a massive step for us. And we couldn't do it without everybody's support and everybody's interaction, and just really, really helping us get to where we want to be. So big thank you from us to you for giving us the momentum to just keep going. And we're still a baby. As a charity, we are still a baby. But we're going places, and we're going places quickly, and that is just amazing for the breed. So I'll hand over to Paige. She'll talk a little bit about Embark and who they are. But from me, for now, I'm good. So over to you, Paige.
Super. Hi, everyone. All of that's really exciting. We might have to recap for people that come in a bit later to let them know what exciting things are happening. But as far as Embark, that's something I'm really, really excited about. So I have always DNA tested with Embark because they have such a comprehensive health panel screening. So the reason why I use Embark is because the Corso itself was redeveloped as a breed in the 80s and 90s. And because we're still reasonably young as a formal breed, about 40 years old, although we have much more history than that over a long period of time, there's a lot of things in there that we don't know are there yet. So there are things that crop up, that sort of pop up, people haven't been aware that they were there. So Embark, which also means that nobody was testing for them with the bigger sort of labs, where they do kind of specific individual tests. So the really good thing about Embark is that they have over 260 different breed-specific health conditions that they test for genetically using the mouse swab. And thanks to the work of some people over in America, they also now include DSRA, which is breed specific to the Corso. So you also get your DSRA in there. So in there, you'll be able to find loads of different things. I've got my Embark up so I can take a little walk through in a minute. But the partnership itself is really exciting because it's such a comprehensive test, but also it means that for club members, we will be able to get a discount on those tests, and that is for members only. And we will also be able to have access to information at the end of the year. So when they collate all of the information about all of the dogs at the end of the year, that information can be passed over to us to help with our statistics and inform us on health and well-being of the breed. We can also have access to help out with genetic health studies. So if there's something that Embark decide to look into that is relevant to our breed, they can invite club members to join that research, which is absolutely fantastic because, as I say, there's lots of things that could occur that we don't necessarily know are there yet as a fairly young formalized breed. So that's really exciting and really fantastic. We also may have Embark be able to come along to events or to attend like lives and talks and things like that, and be able to talk to our members and to have access to their blogs and, as I say, their information. So it's really exciting, and it's absolutely amazing for being able to work for the health and well-being of the breed going forward and have all of that stuff. But also on an individual basis, it's really great for everybody to have access to so much information about their own dog. And the really good thing about Embark, another really good thing about Embark is that the entire health test you can download as a PDF and email it straight to your vet. So if anything pops up on there that you're not sure about, you can send it directly to your healthcare professional, and you can then get it looked into for your dog. So I thought I would share my screen and show you some of what you get with an Embark test. Right, can we see that? It's not. Let me see if I can change there we go. Okay, that's a bit better. So I'm not sure if anybody had any questions. This is an amazing achievement, getting Embark on board. Yeah, it's really exciting, really, really exciting. Just double checking any comments before I jump into this. Okay, so this is my own DNA test for one of my dogs, and she obviously is 100% Cane Corso. But for her health summary, so she was tested for 255 health conditions with hers, and she has 254 clear and 1 notable. So when you have something notable come up, it pops up into a screen like this. And what she has is ALT activity. So this basically means that she can have a low normal ALT level, which is to do with the liver. And by itself, that is so by itself, that's not a genetic condition that you then shouldn't breed. It is a condition where it's, if they have 2 copies, then they can have much lower levels of this one enzyme. And then you wouldn't know if the vet were to test, because it would look like it was in the normal, even if it was elevated. So it's just a piece of information to know. But again, something that we didn't know was in the breed necessarily. So it's very interesting. And then we have the breed relevant results here. So CMR1, which she's clear for, and DSRA, which she's clear for. DSRA is an autosomal recessive condition that you need 2 copies of the gene to express, and that can be expressed as the teeth can look a bit funny, sort of grey and clear, and just look like a little bit dirty or missing dentition, abnormalities with bones and growth, and eyes. So that can cause issues with obviously sight, eating, growth, and all of that sort of thing. So we also have COI here, which is useful for breeding. And some of the more, okay, so for health, we have, I'll just scroll through slowly. So as you can see, there are absolutely loads of things that Embark tests for. And a lot of things that, say, for example, they're in other breeds, but we don't know if they're in ours. So if they come up, we can see how prevalent they are if more people are using Embark testing. So that means that we're going to have a lot more access to be able to advise people on breeding decisions, on health for their dog, and also possibly for insurance companies as well. If we have that information, we may then be able to pass over so that insurance companies can understand more about the health and well-being of these breeds. So the more exciting bit, I think, that everybody likes is coat colors. So alongside the health, you also get coat color. So as you'll see on here, there's lots of all of the different types of locus, and then the M locus, no male alleles. Male does not exist in this breed. So if you get anything on your embark that comes back with male, no, so the M locus doesn't exist in this breed. And then we've got things like furnishings, coat length, shedding. Shedding's an interesting one. She is my heavy shedder. And size, tail length, dew claws, eyes, predicted size, which is actually really quite accurate. And then some other little bits as well. So there's a lot that you get with the health, with the embark test itself. And this is how you share it with your vet. So you can pop it in here and directly send it straight to your vet. And you can also then look up other dogs, download your raw data. And then when you look up other dogs, as long as they're public, you can see all of their health information as well. So it's a really good tool to be able to see what's out there and to make good choices for breeding, especially when there are, as I say, things that we don't know are lurking under the surface there. So, oh, Andrea Cabara. Hello. Nice to see you in here again. And there's Matt. Hi, Matt. We love Matt. We're actually going to come and see you soon. We actually are. Okay, just checking to see if we've got any questions about the embark. How do you do the test? Is it a mouth swab? Okay, great question. Yes. So it is just a mouth swab. So you just swab it inside their cheek. They have to have no food or anything for about an hour to make sure that there's no cross-contamination with food or other dogs, especially if you're doing a litter. But it's just a mouth swab. You pop it in the tube and then send it back. The results can take a little while for embark to come back because it is a lab in the US, but well worth the wait. It's a really brilliant diagnostic tool. Do you think it's great as well? Yes, you've also been embark tested.
Is that the little one?
No, that is Nova. The little one is going to be embark tested. Oh, postpone. My laptop's trying to restart itself. That would not be a good time. Okay, so I think we've got some more people in here now. So I don't know if you wanted to do a bit of a recap about the really exciting news that you shared to start with.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been sat on it for like a week and a half and I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. Like, I can't wait to tell everyone. A bit like a hyperactive child at Christmas, but there you go. So we've got lots of other things coming up that we can't quite tell you about yet. But I have, Paige, by the way, before we came on, had a text from the person about the show. So... I'm so excited, but we'll talk about that later, and then we'll tell you lot when we've got the information.
That's really exciting. I didn't know that.
I know, right? And I'm like, if I'd have read that message, if I'd have read that before we came on live, and I was like, oh, but I can't tell you lot until I've discussed it with the team. So you have to bear with us a little bit longer for the show. But show aside, we've got the gala coming up. Now, the gala is an annual event that we will run once a year, and it is the big corporate fundraiser for the charity. Now, just because it's corporate, it doesn't mean that you can't come along, because you can. It is a ticketed event, so you can buy individual tickets or you can buy a table. Tickets will go on sale towards the end of next week, and that's going to be held at Reach Conference Centre at Pride Park in Derby. Now, we chose the location because it is centre of the UK. It's it is easier for people to travel to because of its location for transport links, whether you're driving, getting the train, getting buses, whatever. There's also lots and lots of local hotels and B&Bs and all that kind of thing nearby. So if anyone did want to drive and stay over, there's lots of options. It's in October. It's on the 25th of October. So it gives us lots and lots of time to plan for those of us that are traveling a bit further to get there. And the most exciting thing about it is that it is a sponsored event. So we formed a partnership with Reach, who are also, well, they're a non-profit organisation, and everything that they do literally covers their costs, and any profits that they make, they give back. So they give back to other charities, other organisations. As I said earlier on, they have, oh God, I'm kicking myself because I can't remember the name of it, but it's a food bank style outlet. And it's for anybody to use. And it's such a fantastic thing, honestly. They are putting their heart and soul into giving back. And I just love their ethics because it ties in with our ethical code. And they're just great people. We've got that partnership for the next 3 years, which means we've got a guaranteed gala every year for the next 3 years, which is just phenomenal. So I'm so proud that we've been able to achieve that as a charity. And I'm really, really looking forward to putting the event on and seeing you all there and raising funds for the charity so that we can continue to preserve the breed and promote it in its glory and do all of the things that we all love to do. So yeah, keep your eyes and ears open for more information on the gala. As I say, tickets will be on sale next week. And I'm so excited about it, honestly. I'm like, I'm picking out dresses and shoes. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. So yeah, honestly, I can't wait. I cannot wait. You can probably tell. And the other thing that I mentioned was that we now have a new clothing supplier. So Blue Dog Clothing, based in Wolverhampton, are a absolutely brilliant company, and they are going to be our official supplier for all of our branded clothing, which you will all be able to purchase very, very soon. So we will have things like hoodies, t-shirts, beanie hats, fleeces, tote bags, pretty much anything that you can think of, really. They've sent us such a long list that we can sort of pick and choose. And you'll be able to order them either directly from us or via an affiliate link with them. We'll have to go through the sort of hows and whys, how that's going to happen. But yeah, another fantastic partnership. So with Reach, with the clothing supplier, and with Embark, the last couple of weeks have just been incredible for us as a charity, especially because we're still in our infancy. So the fact that we are at this stage already, it's just incredible. And as I say, the more of you that participate in the lives, that come to the events, that support us, that share us, that that do continue to do what we do anyway, I cannot tell you how much it makes such a difference that we've got you there backing us. Because when you are supporting us, we can then support the breed, for the breed and for you. So it literally is working together as like a partnership, and it's just amazing. So yeah, I'm so excited.
That's fantastic. I'm really looking forward to the gala so much.
I can't wait. I'm like, gonna play a bit of Michael Jackson. I'll be dancing away. Like, so excited.
It's gonna be brilliant. It's gonna be absolutely brilliant.
I should say as well, it's like, it is a bit of a black tie event. I mean, we're not going to turn people away if you don't turn up in like a bow tie and all that. If you want to, fill your boots, obviously. But yeah, it's just nice sometimes, isn't it, to just do something nice and to just make an effort and dress up. Because how many of us, let's be real, how many of us actually do that regularly? I know I don't. So it's really nice sometimes to just do that. And we'll have welcome drinks and a sit down meal, and we'll have entertainment, and it will just be such an incredible night. I can't wait.
Ooh, so excited. And with all of our other really exciting news that we're working on at the moment, I'm so excited to be able to share it. We can't say too much yet, but there's so much going on behind the scenes at the moment. That's so exciting. It's really gonna be a fantastic year.
It really is. It's World Book Day today, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. See, I was into, because we're working on something else, and I was in two minds, whether to just sort of mention what we've been talking about, and it's a really appropriate day to do that. So I don't know what your thoughts are without going into too much detail, but I'm happy to just sort of throw it out there and see what people think about it.
I think it's very exciting, because if we have any people watching that would like their organization to be involved, they could then obviously talk to us about that. But I think let's go ahead.
Ooh, so excited. Okay, so we are going to be running a campaign, okay, and this is a pilot campaign, so we've not run it before, obviously, and it will involve partnering or working alongside schools. World Book Day today, so bear that in mind, where kids can write a short story on Sky. Sky, as some of you may know, is Marisha's dog. And Sky is a therapy dog. And we did a live about Sky and Marisha last week before, I think. And if you have a bit of a have a bit of a search on all of our socials, they'll pop up and you'll be able to find out about them if you don't already know. And it's going to be that the kids get to write a short story on Sky's epic adventures. So Sky can go anywhere. She can travel anywhere. She can do anything. She can have superpowers if she wants to. And it will be as a part of a competition. So we're partnering with schools to get the kids working on their literacy, their reading, their comprehension, and all that sort of stuff, as well as bringing the breed into a really positive light. Doing talks with the kids, with the schools, about positive behaviour around dogs, what you should and shouldn't do and why. Showing them that the Corso should be and is a very stable, well-balanced, calm dog. We want to avoid all the other stuff that we've all been hearing and reading about recently, because that's not what a true Corso is. We know that. So how do we get them to be put into the public domain in a positive light? Well, what better way? What a better way than to use Sky and say, do you know what? This is a perfect example of a very well-balanced, stable Corso, and the kids can write all about her. We will pick a winner from each school that takes part. So schools can register if they want to take part of the scheme, and there will be a first, second, and third from every school. Every child that takes part gets a certificate. Every child that takes part gets a certificate, but there will be a winner. And that winner's story will be published in a book that we will then be able to sell. And it's part of a fundraising scheme for the charity. So there are lots and lots of things that we're working on by running this campaign. As I say, getting the breed out there, getting kids involved, getting schools involved, making it fun, making it exciting, and all around it's going to be such a wonderful thing. And these stories, these little short stories that are all going to be put together in a book, can then be ordered by anybody. So if your kids want to take part and their story's published in a book, that's there forever. And when your kid's 30 and 40 years old, or they're getting married, you'll be like, I remember when you wrote a story, I've got the book. Do you know what I mean? And it's just such a lovely keepsake. And what a way to celebrate Sky and everything that Sky has done and that Marisha has achieved with Sky. I personally think it's wonderful. So that's what we're working on. And there will be more information to come about how you can register, or if you've got children that go to a school and you think, do you know what, the kids would probably love this, drop us a message and we'll give you some details. And over the next couple of weeks, we will start to post up about how you can register. So yeah, that's a bit about Sky's epic adventures, and we can't wait.
Yep, that's super exciting. Let me see if I can just... Shall I find the poster? Shall I find and pop the poster up? You made the poster.
You can find it. Yeah.
You made the poster. You are very good at doing all these things. I now just need to find it.
Well, thanks. I think I've got it. Do you want me to send it you again?
Oh yeah, if you've got it easily to hand.
Where do you want it? Let me send it.
Messenger. I don't know if you can hear this crunching in the background. I've got the guys on the sofa chewing, so sorry if you can all hear loads of crunching going on.
Let's see if I can.
Sorry, I found it. It.
Okay.
I found it. Okay.
It's really interesting because I was watching TV just before I came up, and the BBC have got the 500 words scheme, and it's very, very similar in that the kids there all write stories, no more than 500 words, and that is, I think that's part of the King's Trust. So it's by royal approval. It's like a big BBC thing. But the amount of children that want to take part in this, because kids are brilliant, aren't they? They've just got such creative minds. And I think what better way to get the kids to use the creativity and just to really, some kids don't want to. Some kids will think, oh my God, this is the most boring thing in the world. And that's absolutely fine. I don't expect every child to think this is amazing. But for those that do, and those that like stories and those that want to be creative, there you go. And Sky can go anywhere. She can go to the moon. She can go to a party. She can go and get her hair done like I did today. Literally, the world is an oyster, isn't it?
Right. Okay. We'll leave this up here for a minute. Okay, now you can see both of us again. And we'll leave this up here for a minute so everybody can have a look. We've had a few comments come in. Big pause, Arlo. I was once published in a magazine as a child and I still rave about it now. Good idea. It would really be absolutely lovely for so many people to have that little like memory of their childhood when you grow up to still be excited about it.
And congratulations, by the way, for that, because that's massive achievement.
Yeah, it is.
It is. It really is.
What was the story about? I want to know what the story was about.
Yeah.
We've got Natasha saying that her children's school might like to do it. She's going to get in contact with us, so that's great.
Amazing.
Our contact details, you can find us on, for anybody that's watching that wants to get in contact, you can either comment YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram. You can find us on all the major social media platforms. You can also email us directly at info@iccgb.co.uk or office@iccgb.co.uk. So there's plenty of ways to get in contact with us. If you wanted to send us any information. Easter eggs. Her story was about Easter eggs. Oh, we also
awesome.
Easter coming up.
Oh, I love an Easter egg.
So exciting.
Oh, it's Easter soon as well, isn't it?
It is. We've got sorry, excuse me. Sky is fast asleep, unaware of her potential fame on the way. She will have no idea.
Bless her.
She'd just be going everywhere like, oh, I'm famous.
And everyone would be going, oh, that's Sky. And she's just like walking the streets like, yeah.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Right. I'm messaging you one of you directly, so deal with it. Well, it's a good job we're all really nice and friendly and approachable then. Okay. So Marisha said that she's already told Hayden's 9 nephews and niece about it. So 10 nephews and nieces.
Amazing.
All right, I think that's all the comments and questions. If anybody wants to drop any more comments or questions and we can answer them. I will just recap on the Embark partnership as well while we're here, in case anybody didn't see that. So we've also got a partnership with Embark lined up at the moment. We're just going through the process of getting that completely finalised. But that will give us access to data and health information. It will give us access to a discount code, to possibly having representatives attend events or give talks, and all of that sort of stuff. So it's really, really exciting. I went through a little bit of one of my dog's Embark tests a little bit earlier to talk about the traits and the health conditions that are being tested for via Embark. There's loads. At the time that I tested, there was 254, and I believe now that they might be looking at over 260. So there's an awful lot, and there's for breeders, there's also specific breeder tools as well. So there's loads of exciting stuff with Embark, something I'm really, really excited for, and something that Maisie got lined up, and we're all absolutely buzzing about that.
And do you know what, Maisie, all credit to you, Maisie, while we talk about it, because it was Maisie that sort of got with the Embark partnership, and she, bless her, she was absolutely buzzing once. She was like, oh, so excited. Yeah. And it was just, we had such an incredible 2 weeks, and then when she came back with that, we were like, you know what, yeah, so proud of her. She works really hard. Well, you all do actually, but bless her. Bit of recognition for you there, chairperson, if you're watching.
Yep, she is watching. She said Embark will also work with us in relation to health tests such as epilepsy. So yeah, so that's a really important one, because we obviously don't know what causes the epilepsy that we have in our breed. And I know that, having spoken to a breeder in the US, that the Corso has been tested against a number of other Maisie saying, I did a thing. You certainly did do a thing, and it's amazing. So the Corso has been tested against epilepsy that exists in other breeds that they know that there's a cause for, basically, and they've been negative for all of it. So that's one of the reasons why we want to see what is in the breed, because it could be a lot of different things that are causing that. So yeah, it's fantastic that they'll work with us on that sort of thing. And Marisha says, and we're going to do a big post about epilepsy to raise awareness with Arlo. So Arlo is a dog who has epilepsy. So with Marisha has been having a chat and finding out some more information about him and his specific case. So we'll be able to post some information on that. So this is Arlo, Big Paws Arlo, whose owner was published for the Easter egg story. He's undergoing tests for epilepsy. Poor Pickle has had 5 seizures in the last 2 months. Oh, bless his heart. Bless his heart.
Someone at the door.
Let me check.
I tell you what, it's not uncommon, is it? I think all of us that have got Corsos recognise that. Mine and Mike's two do exactly the same thing. It's hilarious. But just touching on the Embark stuff and how thorough it is, it's just brilliant, because we really, really, everything we stand for, as you all know, is to preserve, protect and promote the breed. And the more knowledge and the more education that we have, the more that we can give to you. And we want it to be right. We want the Corso to be right and correct. You know, we want it to meet that breed standard, and we want it to be healthy, because we want to preserve the breed. We want to protect the breed. And we can promote it in all of the ways that we've been talking about this evening. So yeah, I think the partnership with Embark is brilliant, and it's something that we highly recommend. As Paige was saying earlier on, they will also be there's a couple of donations I think that they can make in terms of testing, or potentially come to some events or some shows. And if you've got questions or anything like that, then it's a really, really good way to learn about all the different things. So we're quite excited about it, obviously, because why wouldn't we be? It's such a great relationship to have. So yeah, I'm really proud of our chairperson for being able to secure that partnership. So well done again, Maze. I don't know if any of you are commenting at the moment, but I can't see any comments. Paige will double check when she gets back in a second. Oh, here she is.
Yes, I'm back. Somebody's takeaway being delivered to the wrong house. Okay. That's a very common noise. Sky barks if she hears a ring doorbell on the TV. That's so funny because for those of you who don't know, my main kind of day job is a behaviourist, and quite a lot of times I'll go out to dogs that are actually, rather than reacting to a knocking door, they're reacting to the sound of a ring doorbell. Surprise, surprise, the genetics lady got the embark. Yep, Maisie is fantastic. Got Lauren Laszlo. Hello, good evening, everyone. Hello.
Evening.
All hail the genetics wizard. That's from Mike. Maisie is a wizard. Maisie is a wizard. Okie dokie. I think that's all of the questions. That's all of the questions and comments that we've got so far. Yes, we have to look at all of the different windows because we can see the ones from YouTube, but can't see the ones that are coming in from TikTok and Instagram. So I think it may be my technological difficulties that is causing that problem, but we are keeping an eye out on all the windows, and we've got committee members on all of the different lives to be able to answer questions and feed them back through to us as well. So Mike is saying, Stacey, and this is probably a good one for you because you're very good at wording all of this.
Okay.
Mike is saying, what is to expect within the next 3 months?
What, in life in general, Mike, or with the charity? Because those are two very different answers. With ICCGB in the next 3 months, well, what are we now? March, April, May, June. So we will have confirmation of, and hopefully a completed show within the next 3 months. I'm not going to say any more right now, but that's one of the big things that we're working on within the next 3 months. That will be done and whatever. We also, in terms of our standing as a charity, we have just about hit that threshold. Remember me saying in a live previously that when we started out, we were an unregistered charity. So that does not mean that we don't hold charity status. That does not mean that we don't still have to adhere to all the laws and legislations around what being a charity is. We do. It's just that you don't become registered or have a registered number until you hit a earning threshold. And that's, I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. But if you don't anticipate to hit that threshold, that financial threshold, you don't need to register with the Charities Commission. However, we have submitted that application because that's what we anticipate. In fact, we're just about there. So for saying that we are in our infancy and we are already just about hitting that threshold is incredible. For the next 3 months, that will continue to grow. It will put us in a stronger position so that we can then deliver more services to you guys. We can then start working on the education platform that we want to write, which includes a lot of online tutorials and training programs that people can access. We're going to be able to give more to our members. So it literally just is a case of steady growth, and we can't do that without your support. We cannot do that without members. We are all here for the same thing. We all want to protect, preserve, and promote the breed. So that's what's going to be happening in the next 3 months. And then after that, the focus will be on the summer, another show, the gala. Then we've got Christmas and all kinds of exciting things in between. So yeah, lots and lots of things to come over the next 3 months and over the next year. And who knows, we might end up at some point putting out recruitment adverts. Who knows? So just watch this space is all I will say.
Very exciting. And within the next 3 months as well, as Stacey is saying, we're only a baby charity. We're only very new. In the next 3 months, we will be having our first birthday as a charity. So we launched last summer, and in the next 3 months we will be having our first birthday. We will be 1 year old from the date of our launch,
which is super exciting, and I can't believe I just totally missed that, to be honest.
Yeah, it is really exciting. It's because all of us have been working on it for so much longer. So before we actually launched, and there was so much going on in the background and all of that. So it doesn't feel like a first birthday to us, because it's been in our mind and all of that for such a long time under development. But it will be our official first birthday in the next 3 months,
which is so it's incredible. That's incredible, really. I mean, one thing I'd like to say, really, because there's been a lot of questions, there's been a lot of confusion, as we've said in the recent past, about things and whatever. And we're volunteers. So all of us here are volunteers. We don't do this as a paid job. We do this for free because we love it and we want to. And all of the spare time that we have, or the majority of the spare time that we have, is put into growing this for the benefit of the community and for the breed. So from my point of view, for the other committee members, and those that do help us, those that partner with us, I can't say it enough. It's really appreciated. And I feel like I'm harping on, like when you have a mum that goes to a class assembly and they're like, I'm so proud of you, and you have that mum that's like, really, I feel like that's how I am. But that's
not at all. I feel the same.
It's like what it means to me.
Yeah, and it is lovely as well, because it's a really big milestone to hit both the ability to register with the Charities Commission, but also to get to the point where we're having a first birthday, and all of these fantastic events lined up and all of these brilliant partners. So what an incredibly exciting time.
Yeah.
Mike, page for settings. Yes, he did. Yeah,
I forgot. Anna. So I'm just like sat here going, oh yeah, this partnership, that partnership, totally forgot about. Okay, so there is a raw shop local to us, right? Raw Superstore, and the lady is called Anna, and she's brilliant. She's absolutely brilliant, and she has chosen us to be her designated charity. So her business is designated charity, which means that we will be given, or it will be donated to us, an array of lots of different things. So feed, bedding, vet bedding, toys, treats, feed bowls, you name it. If you imagine a raw shop and you imagine going in there and seeing all the different bits and accessories, that's literally Anna in a nutshell. And she was like, do you know what? I love it. I absolutely love it. And if I can partner with you guys and sponsor you by doing this, so that you can then run raffles or competitions or do giveaways, if anyone is struggling, if anybody is in need of support because they, I don't know, they need feed and they can't afford it because life's shit sometimes, isn't it? And you just got no money. So that's absolutely fine. Drop us a message. If we can help you, we will. We can't do those things without the support of local people like Anna. So big shout out to her at the Raw Superstore, because she is an absolute angel. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to us partnering with her as well.
That is so exciting, really exciting. And I'm also looking forward to being able to run these raffles and see people win things. It's going to be so exciting. We've got, so Zach is saying that he would take payment. So going back to what you said about being volunteers, he would take payment in the form of meat, like lamb or whatever. So Zach wants meat.
Do you want a leg of lamb, Zach? I'm sure I can sort that out.
Yes.
That's with me, that was.
Oh, we've got Alexander. So this is my little man's breeder. Hello. He's just down here behind me. He's just down here behind me. So I haven't announced it yet, actually, but I've just imported a new male from Alexander, and he is Clarice Mastella Kennel. He's just joined the live, and absolutely fantastic. I love my boy. He's amazing, and he is over here chewing. He's over here. So yeah, we're absolutely in love with him.
If there are any topics, by the way, that any of you guys want us to cover, by all means drop them in the comments, or drop us a message and let us know, because if we can, we will. We're more than happy to do that. So if you can think of anything, or you think something's I really want to know this, or I would really love you guys to cover this, just drop it in a message or in a comment and let us know, and we can see if we can do a live on it and have a bit of a Q&A.
Absolutely. I've also seen Ali just jump into the live on Instagram. Ali is local to me, and he's also got a dog from the same breeder, Hades, who is a very handsome boy, and who I really hope that we'll be seeing at a show this year. Really hope. Zach is saying, yeah, the dogs would love a leg or two, please. Sure, we can find something that's right for the dogs. Maisie's saying, how about a goose or a turkey? Where are you going to get them from?
Turkey. Oh dear.
Just wandering around.
No, we've heard horror stories of people getting chased by turkeys. I wouldn't recommend it.
I'm actually a bit scared of geese.
Are you actually?
Well, yeah, I heard that they use them as prison guards in this prison, and I think, no, thank you.
Do they? I mean, I'm not surprised, because they have got a bit of attitude, but it's the swans you need to watch out for, because they will chase you. My mum got chased by a swan when I was a child, and it was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen in my life. But she was terrified, and it was just like, oh my God, the swans don't care.
No, they are terrifying. Mike's just said, does the club accept all Corsos, including rescues and crossbreeds? So we have a breed register, and you're allowed to show the confirmation rings with that. And we've got an activity register, which is for dogs without any history, crosses or rescues. So it means that most people with a dog, well, everyone with a dog really, that's a Corso or a Corso mix can register with the club. What certificate you get depends on what information you have on your dog. But the breed the breed register allows you to go into the confirmation rings to show your dog. You can also apply to be an accredited breeder with the club, and the activity register also gives you the ability to compete in any of the activities that we'll hold. And we're working on obedience. We held lure racing at the first show, so there's a lot that we're sort of developing for that as well. So it gives you the ability to participate in all of the sports and activities, and possibly, depending on whether we have time in the shows, we will be able to have a rescue and activity ring that you can go in just for fun. But the breed register means that you can show confirmationally, and you can build up points and titles on your dog that way. So yes, everyone with a Corso or mix can register with the club.
Could you also explain a little bit about the rules and regs on sort of cropped and docked and showing, and what it means?
Yes, of course. So at our shows, so individual guidance for each show will be published at each show. So if we're charging an entry fee to come into the show and it's just more of a fun show, cropped and docked dogs are not allowed to be shown at those shows. But at shows where we are not charging an entry fee, which is most of them, cropped and docked dogs can be shown. You just need to present any of the information that you've got. So if it's a rescue, just proof that obviously that you've rescued it from someone, or if you've imported the dog with cropped ears and a docked tail, you need to be able to present your passport to show that it's been done in a legal country. So we just need to be able to see any of the evidence, basically. Pigeons are the worst. We've got swans are terrifying and pigeons are the worst.
Pigeons don't go away. That's the thing. They just keep coming back.
No, they don't care, do they?
No.
So yeah, with cropped and docked dogs, obviously just pay closer attention to the website or any guidance that we release around the show time. But you can always drop us a message if you're not sure. But a number of us have cropped and docked dogs, so most of the shows you will be able to show. And we've got Hades is eager to meet you all. Good. I'm looking forward to meeting him. I'm looking forward to it. He's a gorgeous boy. A gorgeous boy. Can't see who actually is. I can see that we've got people on each platform, but I can't see exactly who is watching. So if we've not said hello to anyone, hello.
Yeah, hi.
Please don't forget to share the love. Yeah, that's right. So like, share, comment on any of the lives. But I think that's all of the Hades is an absolutely lush boy. He is. I think that's all of the questions and comments for now. I'm just flicking backwards and forwards. Oh, we've got a rose. We've got roses. I don't know what they mean yet. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
For roses.
That's great.
That's got to be a TikTok thing, hasn't it? Is that?
Yep, it's TikTok. I'm gonna have to go away and find out what that means, but I'm very grateful for them. Amazing. Right. I think that's everything that we wanted to cover today, isn't it?
Pretty much. I think so, yeah.
Super. Right. Any last questions or comments? We'll hang around just for a couple of minutes just to see if there's any more questions, comments, or suggestions. What do you want to hear about in the next live? We've got a few ideas in mind.
Mm-hmm.
A few ideas, but if people want to hear about something specific, it means people have paid to gift the live. Oh, thanks, guys.
Oh,
that's lovely.
Really generous. Yeah.
That's really sweet. Thanks, Axel. Axel's told me what it means. I feel like, so Axel's username has a few books and then a bat. I feel like, is this an ACOTAR reference?
Oh, is that my niece? I can't see the comments, but if that's you, will you just say yes, it's me? Because if so, I'm like, oh, that's my niece.
Also, is it an ACOTAR reference?
To be fair, Axel's her name, so and she's a proper bookie, so I have a feeling that that's her.
She said, "Yeah, it's me."
Yay! Hi.
Oh, Zach has said, "Great live, girls. I'm off to have a rustic sandwich for dinner." Oh, in some nice,
you go and have your rustic baguette.
Yep, some nice rustic bread. Oh, we've got Sammy License saying, "And I'm your sister." Oh, Stacey, you've got the whole family.
Oh, it's a family affair. Oh, I feel a song coming on. No, I'm not gonna put you all to that. That's just embarrassing.
It's not an ACOTAR reference, but I'm reading Shatter Me right now. I've not read that. I've literally just happened upon ACOTAR, and it's happening to me right now.
If I rightly remember, actually, Axel, she wrote a story or a poem, I think, at primary school that was also published as part of a writing scheme, just touching on the thing that we're going to be doing. So yeah, anyway, it's just reminded me, and I was like, oh yeah, she did that too.
Well, how old is she? She might be able to enter this competition as well.
Oh no, she's 16.
I have it as a paperback at home. Oh, that's really lovely. That's really nice.
I know, bless. It was really good as well. Really good.
What was it about? I wrote a book with 51 chapters too, and that's published. Ooh! You have to send me the information. You have to send me the information.
Oh, you are an intelligent bunch, aren't you? I'll give you that.
They are. It must run in the family because you've put loads of hard work into all of this stuff that's going on. You've absolutely been smashing it out the park, as has everyone else on the committee.
Well, to be fair, I just think it's, you know, when you're so passionate about something, you really, really, and you can see the potential, you can see where it's going to go and what you want to achieve for the breed and for owners and handlers and everybody else actually in the committee and in the community. Sorry, it's just that when you have that feeling, you have that passion about something, then you just roll with it. And I think that all of us together, the team that we have now is so solid, and we all bring so many different aspects and, you know, experiences from all different areas. With the support of the members and the public and everybody else, we couldn't ask for anything more. So I just think that it's that solid sort of, I don't know what you would call it, like relationship, if you like, that we have as a team, but also that we have with you guys that support us. That's what drives us. That's what keeps us going, and it helps us achieve what we achieve. And we wouldn't be sat here telling you about all these partnerships and all these amazing things that we've got if it wasn't for you guys believing in us so that we can keep doing this for the breed. So I'm back to that proud mum moment again. Thanks ever so much.
That's brilliant. I think that's a perfect place to wrap it up on, actually, because we are very proud and we are very excited. I think that's a perfect place for us to wrap up today.
Yeah. Thank you all for your comments, your support, the likes, the shares, the roses. Appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone. It's been lovely. And it's lovely to see so many people coming back and regularly watching as well. So that's really nice. Yeah. Really nice.
Well, thanks, guys. Have a good evening. We'll see you soon. Bye.